Good morning. My name is Tom. I come to you from northern Maine. Well, I'm up in the tree stand. I was here yesterday and a monster buck come by. But I did not have a clear enough shot. So there was no way I was going to miss today. He came by a little after 3 in the afternoon, about 10 after 3. So I'm going to mount this camera on top of my scope. I also am putting together a camera rack here in this tree. I've already got the steel rack for holding my rifle. But I've got a couple of brackets back in the shop that I can mount on there to create a really nice place to mount this camera. And then any action that comes by, I can try to get the camera on and get it recording. These little GoPro cameras, the batteries aren't very big. So you can't leave the thing on indefinitely. And up here getting batteries charged is a tough process. Well, it's raining today. Just got back from hiking out to 2 of my tree stands. I've decided to put out some game cameras. I have them. I don't normally hunt with them, but we had a little bit of a drought here this year, so the deer aren't quite doing what I expected them to do. What I have here, I have some abandoned apple orchards from back in the 70s. And this year, because of the drought, we really didn't get the amount of apples that we normally get. So I'm not seeing the sign that I like to see on these feeder trails heading down in. I had a sneaky suspicion it might be that way this year. And we need a little bit of snow. But that's all right. I've got 3 other game cameras out here, and I got 3 other tree stands. And multiple of ground blinds. So I'm going to, I just took a little hike out back here, and I found a pretty good run. So I set up a game camera on that so I can figure out what's going on with that particular run. I knew it was there, but it's really active right now. So if it stays active, I'll find out in a couple of days. Things around here really pick up the last week, Thanksgiving week, as well as muzzleloader week, which is the first week in December. That's what it takes here. It's a big piece of country. We're not talking 5 square miles or a couple 100-acre patch of woods here. We're talking about 100 square miles. So what it takes is a little bit of foul weather to bring them deer in from the backcountry. And all I'm after is the does. If the does will come in, then the bucks will be not that far behind. There will be a buck trailing them does, sure than not, most of the time. So, but I'm going to set out, I got a tree stand over here, I'm going to go put a camera on, see what happens. See if I can, I know there's a couple of really nice bucks in here, just because of the scouting that I done back in the summertime, back in September and October. So, but what I'd like to do is at least see if they're in the area, so these cameras will help. And then I've got a stand out back, I got Herschel's stand out back. I'm headed out there, probably Monday I'll be setting in that stand. that was starting to show some life. So let's cross our fingers and see if they show up. I just got back from the back of the cabin. I found a pretty nice deer run. So I set up a camera on that, and if anything shows up, I will be building a ground blind there instantly. Normally I have pretty good apples around here from abandoned apple orchards from back in the 70s. But this year the apples didn't grow that great on them because of the drought conditions that we had. So normally where I find a whole lot of deer sign, I'm not finding it this year. But that doesn't mean much. They're here. I just got to figure out what they're doing. And I got a pretty good idea. But these cameras will give me a chance. I've got another tree stand over in this direction. I did find a nice rub this morning, so that was good. Small one, not too impressive, but it was still there. So I'm gonna go check out this tree stand over here and see if there's anything new that has showed up around it, and then go from there. Well, I'm down here checking my game camera. This is a new ground blind. When I show you this ground blind, you're going to say, what? I don't see no ground blind there. Well, simplicity. Simplicity makes the best ground blind. And what I've got here in back of me, I will show you, is a major deer run, especially in muzzleloading season, which is a week from now. So I've been scouting this spot for about 3 years, trying to figure out the best way to hunt it, as well as just to make sure that there's some bucks down in here. Well, it's a great place to hunt. There's bucks. Game camera picked up all kinds of game, everything from coyotes to raccoons to does and bucks. So I've come down here. I finally located the spot that I want. It needs to be an ambush site. That's probably more important than just finding a place to stick a blind. This is an ambush site. The trail comes this way. It is thicker than thieves over here. There's blowdowns. There's just no way a deer would come through there. So here's my blind. Doesn't look like much of a blind, does it? It's a place to sit. But I'm behind 3 trees. See them big fir trees? I'm sitting behind them. The deer are going to come from my left to my right across this run out of the feeding area. And as you can see, behind me is nothing but blowdowns. But then the view from my stump. See how to my left it is thick, thick, thick. The deer will be coming out there probably another 30 yards beyond that big cedar tree there that you can see out front of me. And it comes straight across, and look at all the how clear it is up on that little knoll. That's the deer run. Go straight down across there, and then out into the other piece of woods. So that makes this an ambush site. With any luck, the deer will be looking the other way. As long as I'm sitting still and not making any noise, I will be behind their eyeballs by the time they get out into this clearing. And that's how my best tree stand is. It's another ambush site. A good ambush site is one that, after they've made 3 or 4 steps, their eyeballs are beyond you. So as long as you're not making a whole lot of movement and a whole lot of sound, this will be a great spot to ambush a buck. And with any luck, the only ones you want to trick is the does. You want them to come through and not get spooked, because with any luck, there'll be a buck behind those does on this particular run. So that's what makes this a great ambush run. So simplicity when it comes to putting in a ground blind, for me, it works the best. I have several of these kind of what I call ground blinds. A couple of things happen with simplicity. You don't disturb the wilderness very much. Where the deer are coming through, you're not messing with their habitat. You're coming in, you're finding what a good ambush site is. It takes a little bit of time, like I said earlier. I've been playing with this site for about 3 years, wanting to make sure of just what's going on down here. And I believe I've got it figured out. I believe come muzzle loading season, this is the place to be. I don't believe it's a good spot the 1st of November at all. Like I said, I have been scouting this little piece of woods for quite some time, and I have found that the last week of November, last week of rifle season, and the first week of, we only get 1 week up here, the week of muzzleloading season is absolutely, the place to be is right here. Time will tell, we'll see, and the hunt will continue. Throw me a bone if you like coming out to the ground blind with me today. Subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notification, and make sure to give me thumbs up. Well, I hope you enjoyed my day today. I enjoyed bringing you along. If you enjoyed this video, throw me a bone. At the end of it, subscribe to my video, subscribe to my channel. I hope you enjoy everything that's in there. Ring the bell, give me a thumbs up. I got lots more stuff like this coming. I'm starting to gear the channel a little bit differently as far as a little more what the lifestyle is here, along with my bushcraft and all of that. So got lots of good plans coming up. So you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.